Star Trek adds a multiverse version of Starfleet's Prime Directive, and it's a big improvement to canon. Star Trek's Prime Directive, the sacred rule forbidding Starfleet personnel from interfering with the natural development of alien civilizations, has long been one of the franchise's most debated and defining concepts. It embodies the show's moral complexity and philosophical ambitions, emphasizing respect for autonomy and caution against imperialistic hubris. However, while iconic, the Prime Directive has often been criticized for its rigidity, contradictions, and occasional plot convenience. Now, with the recent introduction of a multiverse version of the Prime Directive, Star Trek is boldly expanding this cornerstone of its lore in a way that deepens the narrative possibilities and improves on canonical shortcomings. The Prime Directive, classic context, and its limitations. Since its debut in Star Trek, the original series, the Prime Directive, officially known as Starfleet General Order 1, has symbolized Starfleet's highest ethical mandate: non-interference with less technologically advanced civilizations to allow natural cultural and societal evolution. It has generated some of Star Trek's most compelling drama and moral dilemmas. Episodes across various series have wrestled with when to follow it to the letter, and when the spirit of the directive might justify bending it for humanitarian reasons. Yet the Prime Directive's enforcement has sometimes felt inconsistent, confusing, or even counterproductive. In some episodes, the directive appears inflexible to the point of cruelty, while in others, characters skirt or blatantly violate it with little consequence. These contradictions have led fans and critics to question its practicality and whether it is a realistic or effective guideline in the complex, messy reality Star Trek aims to portray. Introducing a multiverse dimension. The multiverse concept, the idea of parallel universes or alternate realities existing alongside the primary timeline, has become an increasingly prominent storytelling device across science fiction, and Star Trek has embraced it in recent years with episodes and series exploring alternate timelines and realities. What's exciting about the new multiverse version of the Prime Directive is that it acknowledges the ethical and practical complexities introduced by multiple realities coexisting. This multiverse Prime Directive isn't simply a carbon copy of the original rule applied to different universes. Instead, it adds nuanced layers to Starfleet's moral framework, emphasizing the responsibility of not just protecting individual civilizations, but preserving the integrity of entire universes and their unique evolutionary paths. What makes the Multiverse Prime Directive a canon upgrade? 1. Expands ethical considerations beyond a single universe. The original Prime Directive focuses on preventing contamination or interference in one universe's timeline and cultural development. The Multiverse Prime Directive acknowledges that actions taken in one universe might ripple across other realities, potentially causing catastrophic consequences. This raises the stakes dramatically, making the directive less about isolated non-interference and more about cross-dimensional stewardship. This expansion makes the Prime Directive feel more relevant and urgent in today's science fiction landscape, where multiverse theories have gained traction in pop culture and scientific speculation alike. 2. Addresses moral ambiguity with greater sophistication. One of the franchise's long-standing tensions is how to apply the Prime Directive in situations where humanitarian impulses clash with non-interference. The multiverse version adds a new dimension to these ethical quandaries. Should a Starfleet officer intervene in an alternate universe where genocide or tyranny reigns, even if it risks destabilizing the multiverse? By framing these dilemmas in multiversal terms, Star Trek can explore more layered questions about responsibility, the limits of intervention, and the consequences of action or inaction. It also opens opportunities for new storytelling where characters must weigh the survival of an entire universe against localized humanitarian acts, creating rich narrative tension. 3. Offers practical storytelling flexibility. The Multiverse Prime Directive provides writers with a creative tool to justify and explore interventions or non-interventions without negating the original directive's importance. It allows Starfleet characters to operate with new rules in alternate realities while preserving the core principle of non-interference in their home universe. This layered approach resolves some of the classic Prime Directive's contradictions, episodes or arcs where Starfleet agents,